Hello everyone, in this session we're going to talk about service discovery with Eureka. So what is Eureka? Eureka is a discovery service developed by Netflix and integrated into the Spring Cloud Netflix project. In a microservices architecture where services can be added, removed, or change location dynamically, Eureka provides a solution to automatically register and discover services. This simply allows microservices to find each other and communicate without requiring manual configuration of network addresses. So how does Eureka work? Eureka is made up of two main components, Eureka Service and Eureka Client. Eureka Service acts as a registry for services that don't have their own registry. It maintains a list of available service instances. Eureka Client, each microservice without a registry, registers itself with the Eureka service and uses the registry information to discover other services. As you can see on the screen, we will now talk about the architecture with Eureka Service. On the left side, you can see the microservices. We have microservice 1, microservice 2, and microservice 3. On the right side, we have the Eureka Server, the Eureka Discovery Service. When a service starts up, it registers itself with the Eureka Server. To do this, it sends information to the Eureka Server. Among this useful information are the name, IP address, and port. The Eureka Server will store this information in its own internal structure. As you can see on the screen, for each service, we can see its IP address and port. Now, let's talk about the advantages of setting up a Eureka Server. Dynamic discovery. Services can be added or removed without disrupting the entire system. Fault tolerance. If a service becomes unavailable, Eureka detects it and updates the registry, which prevents requests from being sent to a failing service. Load balancing. By knowing all the available instances for each service, Eureka can help other technologies, like Ribbon, to distribute requests evenly among the different instances of a service. Scalability. Eureka is designed to adapt to distributed environments, making it easy to add or remove services without disrupting the overall system. Now, let's talk about an example where we have two microservices, user service and offer service, and user service will call offer service. As we mentioned earlier, when the services start up, they are registered with the Eureka services. First, user service will request from Eureka service the specific information about the offer service. Since user service will communicate with the offer service, user service will ask the Eureka service, the service discovery, for the necessary information to connect to the offer service. Eureka service will look up the necessary information in its association table and will send this information to the user service. With this information, the user service can connect to the offer service. Now, let's take a closer look at the application.yml file of the user service. As you can see on the screen, the service runs on port 8081 and it has information or a property called eureka.client.serviceurl.diff.zone where we provide the URL of the Eureka server. Now let's focus on the application.yml file of the Discovery Eureka service. As you can also see on the screen, the Eureka server runs on port 8761 and it also has additional properties. This means that they are not registered with another service, Service Discovery, and it also doesn't need to fetch the registry because it simply doesn't need to call another service. In this session, we looked at the microservices architecture with an Eureka server for setting up service discovery. Of course, we will go into more detail on these aspects when we implement the solution for our case study project.